Hello YouTube, Toby Maro here, and today I'll be talking about add-ons for Season of Discovery, World of Warcraft Classic. So I'm preparing for the season, and I've been playing hardcore since it started. I'm a new player, I only started to play when hardcore launched. And today I'll be going through the add-ons I'm using and that I think will be useful for you as well for Season of Discovery, if you want to have a better experience. So let's start with it. Let's see what add-ons do I have. I'll have all the links for all these add-ons in the description so you can download them yourself. You don't need to go search for it. It's all down there. Please check that out. So the first one that I use is a bag add-on. It's Bagnon. So what this add-on does is it gathers all your bags in a single big bag, essentially, and adds features like sorting items automatically. That's really useful. Or you can search by something that you need, so like potion, and you find it quickly. Also, another thing is that you can see the bags of your other characters. So if I want to see my mage inventory, I can see it. And I can also see what other characters have these items. So for example, this one, Refreshing Spring Water, I have 5 on my mage, 20 on my shaman, and 10 on my hunter. So yeah, this is a really useful add-on that I think everyone should use. It makes your life really easy. So another add-on that is really useful is Atlas Loot. So with this add-on, you can see every single raid and dungeon in the game, see every boss and what they drop. So for example, if I want to do Shadowfang Keep, I can come here and see what does Arrogal drop. Oh, it drops Robes of Arrogal, a really great item. So before you do a dungeon, or if you want to select what dungeons to run, this is a really useful one. And you can also see crafting. You can also see faction gear and PvP as well for the multiple PvP ranks for Order Alliance. So this is a really useful tool to use without needing to get out of the game to Alt Tab and go to a website and see them. So yeah, I really recommend Atlas Loot as well. And another one that is really useful is Classic Bestiary. And what does that do? So if you click a mob, you can see that on the out of here, you can see that on the lower right corner you have the abilities and details for the mob that you are targeting. And if you click Control, you can see what those abilities do. So for this Savannah Entrance has Dash, that increases movement speed by 50%, and Claw that claws the enemy, causing 115 additional damage and gets 1 combo point. So this is really useful before you engage with a monster to see what they do, what Thrash is. That's an ability that allows monsters to attack twice in a single attack. So it's really useful, especially for me that I don't know the game very well because I'm new. It really helps me out a lot. And another, maybe one of the most famous ones, is Questie. So here on the left, I can move it here to the middle. Questie shows you all the quests that you have and also shows you on the map where you need to go for the quests. So I have this quest to gather facility tags. I can see on the map where they are. And yeah, it's just really helpful. You can open your quest log directly from the Questie overlay. And yeah, it's a must-have unless you want to find everything from the text of the NPCs that the NPCs say. You install Questie. Another really cool one is what's leveling, and what this add-on allows you to do is it adds a new tab on your spell book that shows you all your skills, even the ones that you haven't trained yet, and at what level they are available. So for example, I can see that I have 3 available now: Resurrection, Mind Soothe, Mind Vision. So I know when I should go back and train my abilities. Also, they show what are available but missing requirements, like Resurrection. I need the rank 1 to have the rank 2, so it says here. And what are the next abilities that I'll be able to unlock at level 24, and all the other ones that come until level 60. Yeah, it's a really useful tool. It also shows the spells that you can't have because you don't have the required talents. So you can go to your talent tree and figure out what you need for them. This is another one. Is Leatrix Plus and Leatrix Maps, and it adds a lot of things to the to the UI of the game and enhances a bunch of things. So you can enhance minimap, and you can customize minimap. Like you can show zone menus, enlarge player arrows. You have a bunch of things that you can do with it. Show unexplored areas, points of interest, zone levels, coordinates. Well, there's a bunch of options. I won't go through every one of them, but yeah, you can change a bunch of things in the UI and social. You can block duels, party invites. You can automate quests, set resurrections automatically. This one is really useful. Sell chunk automatically repair. So when I go to NPC, all my check is sold without me having to do anything, and I repair automatically as well. So I never have to worry about my gear breaking. So yeah, check this out: Leatrix Plus and Leatrix Maps. And another one that's really useful is vendor price. This one displays the price of an item when not at the vendor. So if I go to my bags, I can see here that sell price is 3 silver and 58 copper. So yeah, this way when you have your bags full, you can take out the least valuable ones and just save the riches for the vendor after. It's a really useful add-on. And since we are talking about sell prices, another really cool one is Auctionator. That's an add-on that makes it easy and fast to buy, sell, and manage auctions. And let me go to Orgrimmar so I can show you what does it do. Auctionator, that's another great add-on to have if you plan to use the auction house, which I think you will. And what this does, it increases the quality of life enormously. So this is your standard auction house, but so you have a new tab that's shopping, and it shows you the last searches you did. So if you commonly are looking for some material or something, you can see here, and it shows all the lists available for that item, for that history that you just did. You can also create shopping lists. You have a profession, you're a blacksmith, and you are looking for the base materials. You can make shopping lists and easily search for them here. And if you are selling, it's even better. It shows you what you have in your bags, and you can click on it and see for how much they sell and every listing for that item. And it also predefines the prices, so you sell at the minimum price that's selling on the auction house. If you have auctions going, you can cancel them here. And even better, you have the auctionator part that you can do a full scan of the auction house. It takes a while. Let's see, 50, 60, it's almost okay. Full scan, finished processing. And now that you scanned it, you can go farming, you can go adventuring, and you'll be able to see on your bag the price that's on the auction house. So this Cape of Healing, I can see that the auction house it's selling for 10 silver, or my Swiftnet pot that sells for 15.99. It shows the lowest price for it, and it's really useful to know what items are worth it to sell on the auction house or not, or if you should vendor. Sometimes the vendor price is higher than the auction house price. So this is a must-have if you want to make some gold. Now I'm going to show you some add-ons that help you in battle. Not just quality of life stuff, but things that can really change the way you fight and tools that enhance your experience. We can kill this giraffe first. So the first one is the 5-second rule. This is really important if you're a caster. If you can see here at the bottom of my mana bar, there is another bar that's the 5-second rule. So after you cast something that uses mana, you will have 5 seconds that you are not recovering mana, and those 5 seconds you can see them here. And when they end, you will receive mana regeneration. So they end here. I'll just wind this down, and every 2 seconds I'm getting mana back. And you can see this here, and you can plan your spell casting according to this. So it's really useful one. I think it's a must-have for any caster. So if you use mana, use this one, 5-second rule. And another one is KUI Nameplates. So you can see here that the health bar is different. It really shines instead of the default one. And you can even see the debuffs on top of the enemies. So that is a nameplate add-on, KUI Nameplates, and you can configure it the way you want, change the colors, change the size, everything that you want. Yeah, it's really powerful. And you can have multiple profiles, twink it out as you like it. Another thing that really helps you out is weak auras. Weak auras is as they say, a powerful comprehensive utility for displaying graphics and information based on buffs, debuffs, and other triggers. So you can do everything that you want with this, almost. You can configure new UI elements for you. And I'll show you one example that I configured myself. So I'm playing Priest, I use Shadow Word, Power Word Shield, and I have here, I added this bar up top, that when I engage with a monster, it will pop out more. And it says what damage I'm absorbing. And it has down below, it has the duration of the Power Word Shield. And if I make another one, the red bar displays the timer of the weakened soul where I can't cast Power Word Shield. So I have all this on top of my health, on top of my nameplate, and it really makes fighting much more easy, to say the least. It's really useful because you can be killing a monster, and if you still have a shield left, you don't need to cast another. You can use the same one and go to another mob and plan around with this. So this I did with weak auras. You can use weak auras for... So you can use weak auras for almost everything. I have another here that's the avoid lava damage. That shows if you fall in lava, it shows when you should jump to avoid damage. That's another example. You can make weapon timer, weak auras as well. You can import them. There are a bunch of them on the website. There's a website with all of these. I'll link it down in the description for every single class, for every single use. And it's really easy to tinker with it and to change the dimensions, the font, everything that you want. So if you are interested in that, check out weak auras. Really, really useful. And another add-on that I have is classic Castbars. And what this does is allows you to show the Castbars of your enemies. For example, let's see if I can find a mob that casts a spell. So you can see here, Poison Shot. It appears below the target frame and below the nameplate. You can see shoot, this shooting. If it's gray, it means that you can't interrupt it. If it's not, it means you can interrupt. So if you play a class that has interrupts, this is really useful for you to have a better visualization of when they are casting stuff that you can cancel. Oh, another one, UnitScan. You need that. So do you see those guys? They'll kill you. So if you approach them, So, did you hear that? That's UnitScan. And that alerts you when there are really powerful monsters that can kill you. So there are roaming monsters, patrolling monsters that, or NPCs in general, that can kill you. And when you pass by them or when they are near, this triggers and you get a sound. If you are really close to them and you can target them, you can click it here and it will target them. But this is really useful on Silver Pine Forest, for example, with Son of Aragorn going around all the time. Like, yeah. So as you can see, I click them and there are a bunch of Alliance patrols down there that would kill me immediately if I didn't know. So UnitScan is really important. And there's another one that's not UnitScan Data that adds an UI so you can choose what NPCs do you want to be alerted. So we are in the Barrens, you have the defaults, you can select the rare elites, the elites, the rares, and you can see here the preview of the monsters. So you can use UnitScan without this, and it's just the default thing, and you can configure it with commands on the chat. But for you to have an easier experience, you can install UnitScan Data as well, so you can have a nice UI to do it. So for battle, we have another one. That's this one. That's the details add-on. So you can see here you can do a lot of stuff with this. But essentially what this does is this is a damage meter. So up left here, I can see how much damage I did to that monster. And this is more useful on parties, on dungeons, on raids. So you can see who is doing the most damage, who has the bigger dick, right? And you can also filter this for healing. So there are multiple healers on a raid, healing done. You can see, you want to know who absorbed more healings, who took more damage, who did more DPS, a lot of things that you can do here. Who did more dispels, deaths, interrupts. I think it comes with the plugin that is a tiny threat. So you can have multiple windows of this. You can create more than one. And I have this one, this is the tiny threat that allows you to see when you are in a party, that's when it's useful, allows you to see the threat list, the threat table for the mob. So you can see I have full threat, 100% of the threat of this monster is on me. But if I was playing with other people and they were attacking as well, you would know who that monster was going to target next, right? And a big important, useful, whatever you want to call it, one is the RestedXP add-on. You might have noticed that they have like a bunch of steps here. And you can make this as big as you want, and you can change the colors of it and everything. But what this does is, this is an in-game guide. So it tells you level by level and action by action what you need to do to level up to 60. So this is a paid add-on. So only buy it if you think it's useful. For hardcore, for me, it was really useful, and for a new player, since I didn't know anything about the game. This gives me a route to follow and to optimize my leveling experience. It tells me what quests should I do, what items should I pick, what professions to take for the optimal experience. And they have multiple guides. They have survival guides for hardcore, of course, and they have speedrunning guides, so guides that you can go faster. And if you want to go faster on a Season of Discovery, level up to 25 really fast, this is a good way to do it. So they have multiple guides and they are sold separately, and they are quite expensive, but they offer some bundles that make it less expensive. And they have guides for Horde and Alliance separately. So, well, I don't know if I should recommend this one, but it helped me a lot. I think it's good. but you do you. I think there are free alternatives to this with other in-game guides. You can search for that. I think you might find them. But yeah, if you're interested in this, I'll have the link down in the description as well. And you can use my referral. If you use it, I'll get, I don't know, 5%. I'm not sponsored by this in any capacity, but they offer referral links. So if you want to install it, I'll get a cut if you so desire. And what else? Oh, you can configure it, configure the guide routing that you want. And you can say, okay, I want to do these dungeons. Or I don't want to do this, I want to do that one. I want to skip over level steps. I want to do group quests, or I just want to play by myself. And the guide adapts to it and for your options. So it's really good. It's a really good add-on. And they will introduce Season of Discovery guides as well. They announced that after it launches, of course, they will need to prepare the guides, but they will have them. So it might be really useful if you want to optimize your time and your routing. And yeah, that's it. Those are the add-ons that I recommend for you to install for the Season of Discovery and for WoW Classic as a whole. I think they are useful for hardcore, they are useful for era realms, for everything. So feel free to install them, to try them out. Links on the description. And also tell me if I'm missing some important ones, some add-on that you really like that I should be using. I'm always looking for more add-ons. I'm addicted to them. Let me know what add-ons do you use and what are the ones that you think are just useless. Or if you have a better add-on than that one that I have, and you can recommend them to me. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel, and check out my Twitch. I'll be playing Season of Discovery when it launches on the 30th. twitch.tv/StubbyMaroTV, link in the description as well. And have a nice day. I hope you liked it. Take care. There's another add-on that you can use on Season of Discovery if you are planning to play role-playing RP on an RP server. That's the total RP3. You can select rookie role player. This is my first time I'm looking at it. And you can create a profile, like for my character, Tobias, race and dead, priest. And characteristics, you can say that I'm high priest, Tobimaro, Gamu. Full title, priest of the 1000 Fun. Something like that. Race, age, or 190 centimeters. Relationship status, I'm widowed. Personality traits, I'm gent. Yeah, alpha nav. Personal traits, renegade or paragon. So yeah, you can create your entire character's role-playing sheet here and create companions, yeah, and create multiple profiles. And you can have relationships with characters and everything. But yeah, if you want to roleplay, I think this is a great add-on as well. I'll be trying out role-playing. Season of Discovery, I never did it. I don't know how to do it. I'm kind of cautious about it, but let's see how it goes, right? What can I lose?